hidden facade of emotion. Emotion. Emotions that you try all here to control. This anger that makes you do such a bad action that you regret that. That fear that makes you be a coward and hate yourself all your life. And I'm talking about that emotion. But if I could tell you that this same anger, this same fear could take you to the best results, the best satisfaction instead of the regrets, instead of the worst consequences that you can ever have. And it's not by controlling it, it's by feeling it. Yes, feeling it at maximum. I want to share with you a little story in my little life. And I'm sure a lot of you here have experienced that too, especially boys. I was walking with my friend one day, talking about politics. The ministers, difference between them. And also, if I was a minister, what should I do in this country to develop it? That was quite involved in the topic. Until I saw a huge dog in front of me. He was doing the wrong action. He was trying to bite me. He was running into me. So, I did not care about what I was saying to my friend. I did not care about my friend at all. The first thing I did, obviously, was running away. I ran away as fast as I can. And so did my friend. He did not care about me at all. He ran away, and we on another. Unfortunately, the dog chased me, not my friend. So I had to run as faster as I can for 2 long minutes. You may see it small. I see it small now. But in that moment, in that situation, that was an eternity for me. Running as fast as I can. I don't think about being tired. I don't think about giving up. Just think about running. Because if he catches you, if he bites you, you will feel the sensation of pain. And pain and satisfaction rarely match. So I didn't stop running as fast as I can, running and keep running, don't stop running until I saw a huge wall in front of me. A big huge wall, believe me. And you know what I did? I climbed it, that huge wall. I don't know how I did it, but I climbed it. So I was in the top, and the dog below me. He didn't want to go back. He surrounded me. So he surrounded me for, I would say, 1 hour. I stayed at the top of the wall for 1 hour. So I couldn't do nothing. I started thinking. The first thing I thought about was, oh, what a huge wall do I have here? How did I climb in that huge wall? But I was quite sure that I cannot climb that huge wall. I am actually not a good climber. But I climbed it. Second thing I thought about it, I saw the dog, he was in a chain. And apparently, dogs run more faster than humans. I saw at the time the dog, he was in perfect physical shape. But I ran more faster than him for these 2 long minutes. Yeah, it was strange, mysterious. I tried to find a logical explanation to that, but I couldn't. Nothing. It is logic for me. Then, some people saw me, came with whips, chased the dog out, and then I went back home. That's the end of the story. But you may see it just as an experience. But for me, it was a kind of light, because every time I see something strange, every time I see something mysterious, I ask myself repeatedly, how did I climb that usual? I ask myself repeatedly, how did I run more faster than this dog? It was strange and mysterious. And this situation makes me know a lot of things. Makes me see some mysteries and strange things that I've never remarked before. And one day, I want to talk about another story of my life. That's not in the speech, but I want to talk about it. I was sitting one day with my friend, with my team. One of them was called Hamza. Let me introduce you to Hamza. Hamza is a calm boy. A calm and a kind boy. He was always against violence. He was seen by others as a weak man. He sees himself as a weak man. Nobody thought that he could have a fight someday, or win a fight. He never thought that but himself. But nevertheless, this day Hamza was angry. Calm, but angry, not a mysterious day, until a bullier came here. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, what bulliers do? If you don't, I will tell you. Bulliers makes fun of weak people. And everybody sees Hamza as a weak man. So this bullier started making fun of Hamza. Hamza tried to control his anger. The bullier did not stop making fun of him. Hamza tried to continue controlling his anger. But the bullier did not stop making fun of him. And this calm boy stood up and was a dangerous boy in this situation. They started punching the bullier, punching him again and again. And at the end of the fight, the bullier had a bloody face and two big blue eyes, directly in the hospital. I was shocked, frustrated, surprised, everything you want. I just look at the situation, oh, that's a weak man, just do some dangerous thing. I came to talk to him after he told me, hold on. I was surprised too. He told me that he tried to contain his anger, but in a special moment, this anger took control in his whole body. And the only thing he thought about was knocking the bullier as hard as he can. This situation will tell you here that you have to control your emotion. Hamza had to control his emotion because he had regret. One of his principles was no violence. Don't use violence, but he used it. He had a lot of regret. So what I have to tell you here is that he didn't punch the bullier because he was angry. I didn't run because I was afraid. He punched the bullier to make him know how much he is angry. That was the easiest choice for him to find the satisfaction. I ran away because I didn't want the dog to bite me. But I ran away so fast because I was afraid. Emotion push your abilities at their maximum. Every action you do, there is a difference between an action of satisfaction and feeling your emotion. The purpose of your mind is satisfaction. That's why we have goals. We find ourselves. Goals is you find yourself in a picture in which you are more satisfied than now. And when you reach your goal, you will find another, because if you don't, you will find yourself empty. I repeat it. The purpose of your mind is satisfaction. But you're right. You're stupid, but the most important advice that I can tell you now is never follow your brain, follow your heart, because your brain will always take you to the safest action, to the easiest action. But the goats say, the harder it is, the better it is. If I could take a stone, me and my friend, or throw it into the dog, and then took another and throw it into the dog, maybe the dog will run away, and I will go back home in that moment, not stay in the top of the wall for 1 hour. That's more satisfying, but that's more risky. If Hamza tried to control his action instead of controlling his emotion, that he would not have regret in that moment. That's difficult, believe me. Difficult to control your action situation. You are in a situation and you have to analyze each part and what is the best and hardest action that you can do. But for me, when you reach that way, when you reach to do that kind of thing, for me, that's what I call living. Feel your emotions, but control your action of satisfaction. Thank you.